athletes, let's get started. So I'm going to explain a few things here so we can have an understanding of what we're trying to work on here when it comes to our mobility. All right, so we have passive ranges of motions that we can achieve, and then we have active ranges of motions that we can achieve. Okay, now if we have we don't have sufficient ranges of motion, well, then we have to work on our passive ranges of motion in order to get us to a position where we can start improving our active ranges of motion. Okay, so I'm going to explain here so you kind of have an understanding of what I'm talking about. So I'm going to do my active range of motion of my hip flexion here on my right leg. So this would be my active range of motion of hip flexion. Okay, without compensating my back, staying nice and tall like I'm trying to hold a plate on my head. That's as high as I can get with my flexion. Okay, with my hip flexion. So I'm actively pulling myself in this position. But I can passively pull myself higher, okay? Now this can improve your flexibility, which we need to do, but that's not the only thing, because the main goal we're trying to do is improve this passive range. We're trying to improve the key marker, which is our active range of motion. And why we want to improve that active range of motion, because that means that our body understands that position and knows how to control that position. So that means that we can stay strong in those positions, but two, we're less likely to get hurt in those positions. Okay? Now, if we don't have active range of control of those ranges of motion, just passively, well, then we're going to get in that passive range of motion, which is out of our active range, which means our body's unaware, it can't control that position, which means we're more likely to get injured. Which means we're not running that 40 time fast, which means we're not going to be able to play the sport that we love, which also means we're not going to be able to help our team win. So the first goal is always do no harm to yourself, okay guys? We gotta help ourselves from not getting injured, okay? Things happen, but if we can take things under our control, that's what we're trying to do here, okay? So, we're gonna work on our dorsiflexionn here. So, I'm gonna pull myself, this is called the combat position. Now, some of us might only be able to have our foot here, okay? This is our passive range of motion. What we're trying to do is we're trying to decrease this angle here though, okay? So I can pull my foot further back towards my butt. And I'm going to put the weight of my body on my knee. And this is my passive range of motion. I can pull it back further. Now I can feel it. I'm going to feel the stretch of my Achilles right here. And I'm going to sit here, okay, for 2 minutes. Okay, this is my passive range. So I'm going to sit here for 2 minutes. And within this 2 minutes, we're going to make sure that we calm our body down. Okay, so which means we're going to take a deep breath in. So it's a 4-second inhale and then 8-second exhale. So in, 4 seconds, out, 8 seconds. You're going to do that for 2 minutes, okay? You're going to sit here passively for 2 minutes. Sorry for the truck, I'm here in my garage. So once we hit that 2 minutes, okay, what we're going to do here, we're going to ramp up the intensity, okay, from 0 to 100. And what we're going to do from here is we're going to gas pedal down into the floor, or like you're trying to smash a bug, okay, that's underneath your foot here. Okay, from 0 to 100, we're gonna go up in levels. It's important when you go up in levels from 0 to 100. So our starter at 0, we go up to 10% of intensity, okay? Now we're up to 20, I'm pressing down, 30, 40, now I'm at 50%, 60, I'm pressing 70, hard as I can, 80, now I'm at 100, now I'm pressing as hard as I can into this ground, okay? And once we get up to 100% of how hard we can push into this ground, gas pedaling down or squashing a bug, we're gonna sit there 15 seconds, pushing as hard as you can. okay? Once we're done with that 15 seconds, we don't need to ramp up the intensity. What we're gonna try to do is we're gonna try to lift our foot off that bug as hard as we can, and we're gonna try to decrease this angle. Try to pull ourselves further into the stretch, lift that leg up just right away. 100% pull that foot up towards you for 15 seconds, okay? Once you're done with that 15 seconds, stay in the position, okay? Stay in that position that you're at. That's the first set. Now we're gonna repeat. We're gonna stay here now though. Don't come out of the stretch. Stay into the stretch and repeat. Now once we got done with that first set, the second set, we can sit in this position just for 1 minute, but we're still gonna calm ourselves down, calm the body down. Inhale 4 seconds, out 8, okay? Then we're gonna ramp up from 0 to 100, gas pedal down, smash that bug. Once we get to 100, we're gonna stay for 15 seconds, smashing that bug, okay? And then once we're done with that 15, we're gonna reverse it. Then we're gonna try to pull our foot up off that bug as hard as we can, 100% for 15 seconds, okay? And then you're done. That would be 2 sets. If you wanna do a third set, feel free to do a third set. But I would suggest doing 2, that's up to you, okay? So that's our ankle dorsiflexionn. That's how we're gonna improve it over time, okay? You got from now until January 10th. Let's put in some work, all right? Good luck.